Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 26 of Direwolf20's Space Engineers series. Today, I'm super excited because I have a brand new mod that I want to check out with you guys. Just got it added to the pack today. Those of you who are watching this may have noticed it added to the pack probably a few days ago, but if you haven't, you're going to want to get this mod. It is very cool. It basically does to the remote control autopilot functionality what the automated inventory sorting mod does to item sorting. It is a third-party mod that does all kinds of cool stuff and really allows you to automate pretty much anything with your ships. Like, it is super impressive. So let's get started checking it out, shall we? There's a few things that we can do and build. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know all the features of this mod all that well just yet. So we're going to be learning a little bit today as I go through it, but I will definitely be doing stuff. So first thing I want to do is name this connector. Let's call it connector large. This is the connector I want to use for large ships. Cool. There's a couple things we're going to want to make. So first off, one thing I want to add here is a radar dish. Sweet. This guy's going to go down. I think I'm going to plop him down like right here on top of my big area. Let's say, yeah, this looks like a nice spot. Boom. And let's jump into our welding ship. One of these is my welder, one of them is my grinder. Yeah, large welder, that's him. Never did get around to replacing him, but maybe we will soon. Let's fly him over. Activate our welders and do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Sweet. Is there anything else that you need here, Mr. Radar Dish? Or are you pretty much good? Oh, I need detector components times 30. Alright, production of platform. Detector components probably seems reasonable. Also, please excuse my voice today. I am getting over a little bit of a cold. Why is assembler thrust the first one here now? The assembler list got reset somehow. Alright. Yeah, I'm just getting over a little bit of a cold, so apologies. Am I low on something? I noticed you not making something. What am I low on, resource-wise? We are low on gold and platinum. Alright. Hooray. Do we have gold that's being backlogged? No. Platinum's backlogged, but not gold. Hey, by the way, there was a patch today that fixed the refinery issue. Very excited about that. So I'll let my refineries deal with what I've got, and then I'll probably go out and get some gold. Like I said, apologies. I know my voice is all messed up. Oh, looks like cargo containers got a new texture. That's cool. Let's grab away this stuff. How much of these can we hold? Definitely the 30 that I need. And get the radar dish hooked up. The radar dish is one of the first things you're going to want to need. Now, radar dishes are cool because they can scan around and detect other blocks and other grids nearby. And you're going to want to have one because it's going to allow the ships that are all around my base to communicate with my base itself and the radar dish on my base to figure out exactly what's necessary and what's nearby and all that cool stuff, right? So let me just heal up real quick. There we go, that's enough. And next up, let's see, do we have an antenna on our large welder? Let's see. I do not have an antenna on here. Bad direwolf. Alright. Let's fly over. I'm going to pop him right inside here. And let's go find a spot inside the ship where I can sneak an antenna in. I know there's probably a place. I think right here ought to do. I'm going to put the small one in, because you guys know I like the small one. Aw, come on. Oh, I probably don't have a small plate. That's probably a big part of the problem. I just emptied my inventory to move those things. Cargo, let's get small plates, interior plates, and construction components. I always like to have those three because those are mostly what you need to make almost any block in the game to place it down. Also, there was some other cool stuff that was added that we'll talk about in a minute in the last patch. One of them is a feature that I've kind of wanted for a really long time, and I'm excited about. But let's go to our control panel, turn on the shipyard, and off. And that should have welded our antenna into place. Mostly, except we're short on radio communication components. Hooray. Let's produce a few of those. Man, I'm just short on stuff today, aren't I? Assembler main and radio communication components. Should be easy to make. And shipyard on. Alright, back in a sec. Alright, shipyard off. So we got an antenna in there now? Hooray, we do. Nice. Small antenna. So now my ship can talk to the station. So those are two of the components we're going to need. So let's get a visual representation of what this radar dish can do. Ready? I'm going to build a LCD panel. I'm going to put one here and one here. And let's jump into our welding ship and go ahead and weld those into place. I'm still not used to my character not having a faster deceleration. One of these days I'll get used to that. But I've been playing this game long enough that I'm used to a certain mechanic and it's changed. There we go. Turn that off. Now let's see. I have to change the name of this to something like display detected. Like that. And ta-da! Nice. So that's cool. And then I'm going to change this guy to show public text. Nice, and it found stuff. So it found a large welder nearby. It found the welder room builder, large ship 938. I think that's my projector, and then the big miner. So let's take a look. Large ship 938. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the projector. So let's actually change his name. Projector ship. Cool. Now I don't know how long it'll take for that to update and realize that something changed. Might only scan every so often. That's pretty cool, right? And if we want to just show that like cool little thing, we can just do display detected, and then we'll get that neat little radar screen. Haha, cool, right? So we now know about the ships nearby. And we can even do stuff about that enemy being there. We can probably go attack him or something in a neat little automated way. But first, I don't want to do that. I want to get my ship the ability to auto-dock. So, in order to get this ship autopilotable, we're going to make an autopilot block. Cool. Let's place this thing here. That sounds like a good spot for it. What am I going to need? All kinds of stuff. Wow, I need 150 watt computers, some detector components, radio communication, motors. Let's just fly him through the shipbuilder so that I can not worry about that getting built. Platform, shipyard on. Sounds like it's being made. Progress for sure. Nice. Cool. So the autopilot block starts out with those square brackets. Basically what we do is we put commands inside the square brackets and we get to do stuff with it. So one thing I want to do is rename my platform to just the word platform. That's probably going to be helpful. Let's go over here and try out this nifty little autopilot. So there's a lot of cool stuff we can do with this autopilot. Like crazy levels of cool stuff that we can do with this autopilot, and he's really powerful. One of the first things I want to do is set up something that I've been trying to make work since I started this series. It's something that I had working last time I played the game with the vanilla autopilot, and vanilla autopilot's a little bit broken right now. So, and I know a lot of people keep telling me, like, oh, it's not broken, Dyer, you just have to do certain things differently. Like, no, I'm telling you, it's broken. Like, trust me, it's broken. So, I'm going to do it with this cool mod. So first off, the autopilot block works very similar to a remote control block. You'll notice that it has very similar commands, except it doesn't have that control option and it doesn't have some of the new autopilot features that were down here. I actually think this mod was made before the remote control block got a built-in autopilot, which is cool. The other nice thing about autopilot is it automatically can avoid flying into stuff, which is awesome. So let's take a look. I would like to get this block to dock at the connector named on the platform connector large. Okay, so I'm going to go to my large welder here, and in the autopilot block I'm going to put in the following commands. So L means that we want to do something like a landing gear, but it also works with connectors. It basically is a lock or an unlock. And then we need to specify which block we want to lock with. So we're going to say land the block named connector, which is this one. And then we want to find a block named connector dash large on a grid named platform. Cool. Now, in order for this block to work, you need to turn on the control thrusters. If you turn off control thrusters, it kind of resets what it's doing. So a good way to get the block to work properly is to shut it down and then start it back up. Let's go ahead and turn on control thrusters and cross our fingers. And if we take a look, we'll see, hey, ship's flying by itself. Look at it. It actually flies pretty quick, too. So let's see. There we go. He's going to fly down there. He's going to work his way in. And he's going to zip back towards this connector, ideally. And then he's going to automatically lock. Whoa, how cool is that? That is pretty neat. Now, if we wanted to do something else, which I do, let's go to our platform here. Let's go to our connector. We're going to unlock him. And then we're going to go to our large welder. We're going to turn the control thrusters off, which basically turns off the autopiloting feature. Every time you separate a command by a colon, it's going to either expand the current command or it's going to send a new command over. So what I want to do is, after I've locked and docked, I want to wait 10 seconds, and then I want to unlock, and then I want to exit. Exit means stop doing what you're doing. Now there's actually two commands that allow you to exit from your functionality here that we're doing. One of them is called stop, and that basically stops the ship completely, just stop it. And then there's disable, which turns off the autopilot but doesn't stop it. So if it's in the middle of flying, it'll just keep flying in that direction. And then exit does both. So exit stops the ship, so don't move anymore, and then turn off the autopilot. Cool? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to lock the connector onto a block called connector large at the platform, wait 10 seconds, then unlock it, and then exit. Cool so far? Okay. Let's give this a try. So I'm going to want to large welder, remote control, probably unlock you. And then sometimes I've noticed I have to turn on and off control thrusters here. Let's just zip him off in this direction. Cool. And then large welder, autopilot, control thrusters on. What he should do now is find his way right back here. So you can see I don't have to mess with waypoints, I don't have to mess with positions. I just say, hey, here's the name of the block I want you to connect to. On the name of the grid that I want you to connect to, go make it happen. Just go find each other. And this autopilot mod, blows my mind at how good it is. Just look at how cool that is. Nice. So he's going to get in there, he's going to lock. Now if we check on the platform, because he's connected to the platform now, you can see the autopilot, it says waiting 6 seconds. So a couple seconds from now, he should unlock and then stop. Nice. And he exits and stops. That is cool. That is very cool. Now, I want him to actually go somewhere after. So let's set that up. Alright, so let's try this. I want him to go to a specific GPS coordinate afterwards. So the way to tell it which coordinates to go to is with the C command. So after we unlock, I want to see, and then I'm going to paste in some GPS coordinates, which should be like that. And I'm going to show you how this worked in a moment. And then we exit. So when we click out of this block and back in, it should have updated, sort of, kind of, maybe, perhaps. If we turn this dude on. Alright, I just removed something there. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't like that either. Wow, what did I do wrong there? Alright, there we go. So I got it fixed. I had to put commas in between the coordinates instead of colons. So this guy should dock, right? Wait 10 seconds. If we check out the platform autopilot block, we'll see a few seconds later he's going to undock. And then he should fly to the coordinates that I gave him, which, let's see, autopilot block, moving to those coordinates. Sweet. Which should map up to, nice, all the way over here. That's cool. And then he exits, and then what's he doing? Are you not exiting? Don't go redock now. Oh, nope, nope, you're good. You're good. Did you stop? Nice. I think you did. So if we go to our large welder autopilot block, we'll see, nice, control thrusters is off, so he did turn himself off. The coordinate I told him to go to was the jump home coordinate. So if we show on HUD this dude, I'm going to remove these guys. I'm probably just going to delete them. I don't need these things anymore. Dock, dock distant, docking point distant, large welder distant. I don't need any of this stuff anymore because I got this cool mod. Look at all these docking points I don't need anymore because of this. That is awesome. Alright, so I told him to go to jump home. Nice. So jump home's a little close to this thing, so he probably was just being careful and didn't want to fly into this, but that's fine. Nice, very cool. So, large welder, what other cool stuff can we do with this? I'm thinking I wouldn't mind him, let's see, where's my grinder ship? I want to get him to be able to drop off all the stuff he collects when he goes and does things. And then I might want to look at automated mining using this mod, which is a little crazy. I don't know if I want to do it with my large mining ship, though. That thing's a little bit big. I might want to do it with something a little bit smaller. Let's see, what's the inventory look like on you? So you've got a bunch of junk I wouldn't mind you dropping off. So let's get... Now I have to rebuild all my ships and factor in the need for this crazy stuff. Oh right, I put a shield gen in here, didn't I? Oh, Direwolf, what am I going to do with you? Let's try over here. I guess this is why I had the glass originally, so I could remember where stuff was. But oh well. Alright, let me find a good spot for this. Maybe I can sneak it in there. Yeah, I can. Nice. That works. And I know my oxygen's getting low. It's okay. How about in here? Can I sneak the antenna in here? Because I don't think I have an antenna in this thing, do I? So if I can sneak the small antenna in under here, then I'd be really golden. Antenna small. Nice. Alright, cool. Let's put this guy down here. I'm going to go fly this ship, the grinder, through the large welder. Get all this stuff put together. I might need a few more of those things. Let me go get this finished, put together and stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's try this out. I'm going to first tell my grinder ship to go to his new home coordinate, which is what I just defined here as grinder home. Copy to clipboard. Now I think what I should be able to do is just go to autopilot block and do, inertial dampeners shut themselves off on me. Silly inertial dampeners. Large grinder, autopilot block. I'm just going to put C and then paste. And it should paste GPS grind home in there. Now when I switch blocks, I would expect that to... There we go. See how it like modified it automatically? So then he should find his way to grind home. Nice. So he just planted himself right there. That is perfect. Cool. So I want him to do the same thing that large welder is doing. So first we're going to do connector, this stuff. Wait 10 seconds, then unlock, then go to that position. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing. And then the last thing I want to do will be exit, right? So we go to grinder. I'm going to put this right here and then exit. Cool. So let's turn them off and turn them back on and see what happens. So he should zip his way right over to this docking point. Oh, that is awesome. Come on now, don't get stuck on me. Large grinder. He's landing, just give him a sec. Turn them off and on real quick. When in doubt, turn it off and on again. You're not confused by this welder builder there, right? Room builder. Let's get this thing out of the way real quick, just in case he's causing any troubles. Grinder. Let's turn this off for a sec. Just gonna move you real fast. Okay. Sometimes I've noticed that you have to turn on and off control thrusters. I'm guessing that's a Space Engineer's bug more so than the mod doing that, but let's turn control thrusters back on. There you go. Cool. So he should dock up. Green. He's going to drop off all his cargo, right? So he should have just dumped everything back inside, and now he should fly his way back to that grinder home coordinate. And that should be cool. Look at him go. Now, large grinder. So he turned himself off, so I guess he thinks he's there. But he is definitely not that close to it. But you know what? I think I know what that's about. So I think by default he gets to within about 100 meters of the destination I set. But if I want him to get closer, I think what I want to do is put in front of him P10. That'll put him within 10 meters of his destination, I think. So let's turn control thrusters on and see what he does. So he should redock. Lock up. 10 seconds later, he's going to undock. And then fly to within 10 meters of grinder home, if I did that right. Like I said, I'm still learning this mod a little bit, so, you know, forgive me. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Nice. Dude, that is perfect. That is really good. And if we check our inventory here on large grinder, he should be empty. Nice, that's what I want to see. Totally empty of inventory. Perfect. Dude, that is cool. Let's actually change large welder. I want to add that P10 here. Let's actually change it so that Let's give him a home as well. So I'm going to put a GPS coordinate new from current position. I'm going to call this welder home. And I'll have an actual proper docking spot for them later on my landing bay, but I'm still getting the hang of this mod, so I don't want them to do too much right now. So that should be cool. So let's copy to clipboard. Large welder autopilot. So I'm going to remove this stuff. So just after the C, I should be able to paste from the clipboard. And then, that's funny. I don't know why that's not working when it did before. Let's do this. I got an idea. Just gonna remove it. Oh wait, there's a double colon here. That's probably not helping anything. GPS colon welder home. See, that really should work, but oh well. I can just remove it. It's all it does is when you put that GPS welder home thing, it just replaces the colons here with commas. So we'll put this back in. And right before the C and after the undock, I'm going to do P10. So land with the connector at the block named connector large on the grid named platform. Wait 10 seconds. Unlock. Unlock, by the way, unlocks the last locked connector that the autopilot locked. If you want to be more specific, you can. P10, and then C, which means go to a specific coordinate, that coordinate, and then when you get there, exit. Don't forget exit, by the way, because if you have multiple commands, it'll just run in a circle if you don't do exit. So exit tells it to stop when it gets there. So let's control thrusters on. And he should be flying around here somewhere. There he is, large welder, small antenna. Sweet. Man, he was flying awfully close to my base, but he's like, nah, it's cool, man. Don't worry about it. Every now and then it gives me that cannot rotate safely. Not 100% sure what that means. But let's turn him off, remote control. It's either something I'm doing wrong or I'm not sure what, but I found the best way to fix that cannot rotate safely is just to move him a little bit and then turn the autopilot back on. And then he's like, oh, okay, I'm cool. Might be the way my ships are designed. I have to figure that out a little bit. I also might be a little impatient. I think if I give it a minute. I'm going to give it a minute without touching it, and I want to see if he just goes. So the good news is I can remote control it without turning this thing on and off. So I just hit remote control, wiggle it a little bit, and then he picked back up and started going. So let's see how he does. Definitely a very cool and powerful mod. So now we've got auto docking pretty well working. And now he should go to his welder home. Nice. That is awesome. So whenever I want them to do stuff, I just, you know. And here's what I can do. You ready? Check this out. Here's what I'm going to do. This will be even better. I'm going to large welder, remote control. I'm going to add the autopilot block down here. Control thrusters on and off. Yeah. So that I can hit 9 and then release control of the autopilot, and then he should go. Nice, right? That is cool. That is very cool stuff. Might be that large ship right in front of him. He might be getting a little bit nervous about. Large welder. So you'll have to do is remote control him, like move him back a little bit, and then release control, and he'll pick himself back up. In theory. Now he's making a liar out of me. Wondering if it's this. Oh, he's not that close to this ship. Yeah, he's not that close to the mining ship. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Cool. Alright, now let's see what other cool stuff we can do with this thing. Actually, guys, I didn't even realize it, but it is about wrapping up point for the episode. So I'm going to come back next time and take a look. It can automatically mine. I've been trying it in my creative world a little bit, and it actually works pretty well. Dyad, that's not good. There's an enemy ship out there. Yikes. Let's see what this thing has to say. Uh-oh. Weapon platform. Not good. Not good at all. I think I'm being raided. Alright, we might have to come and deal with that next episode. For now, let's see. Actually, let me jump into my attack ship. Weapon platform Gatling. Not cool, not cool, not cool. Platform, shields, on. What's he shooting at? I think he's shooting at my ship welding bay. What a nasty little dude. Let's get the shields up and running. Shield gen, show on HUD. By the way, the shield mod had an update recently where it looks like he's using refineries a little bit. Nice. Take that weapon platform, Gatling. Yeah. Raid me, will you? Now what's this thing coming at me? A dyad, huh? Whoa. Hello. Well, he has missiles going on him. What is up? He really decided to go crazy, huh? Grind this dude down. Cool. Oh, wow. He must have either got hit by his own missile or I don't even know what. Missile turret. Yeah, dude. I'm going to really need to work on my base defense because this is just something I'm not prepared for. But at least I took out his weapons. Alright. How much damage? I guess he was blasting this ship for a bit. Yeah. That ship is not going to survive very much longer. We're going to have to do something about him. Alright, next episode we'll come back and deal with this raid in progress stuff. That dyad probably... I took out his guns, at least, so that's cool. And yeah, we'll come back next episode and deal with them. Alright, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.